Yeah, today might be a nice day for a dip in the lake.
Yeah, it's going to be very tempting to take that dip into the water, but it is important to remember that those waterways here in Northern California right now being fed by mostly snowmelt, and so those water temperatures are very cold. So just be prepared for that. But nonetheless, you're going to want to find a way to beat the heat because we've got potentially the hottest afternoon of the year on tap for today. Tomorrow, similar temperatures to today, so very hot today into the weekend, and then a drop in temperatures that's welcome, but gusty winds on tap for Mother's Day with even cooler temperatures and the potential for showers and thunderstorms returning early on next week. Here's a look outside this morning over Highway 99 in North Chico around the Eaton Road area, and no travel impacts as far as the forecast is concerned this morning. Traffic rolling along smoothly right now. Temperatures currently in the mid to upper 50s in the valley, 50s to lower 60s for most foothill areas, and 30s to lower 40s in our mountain zone. So a pretty mild start to the day. Winds out of the north around 7 miles an hour right now for Red Bluff, but we're going to see a shift to south winds this afternoon. Nothing to write home about. Gusts 10 to 15 miles an hour or so expected. We'll see similar winds on tap for tomorrow in the afternoon, and then we see briefly gusty northwest winds tomorrow night, so keep that in mind. Saturday evening, it's going to get a little gusty across parts of the valley, especially from Red Bluff to Chico, where those gusts will be around 30 miles an hour, and then it's south winds returning in a big way on Sunday for Mother's Day. This is one of the reasons why we're cooling down so much, but gusts up to 35 miles an hour are looking likely midday into the afternoon hours on Sunday. So if you're planning on doing some things outside for Mom, you might be contending with the wind on Mother's Day. Satellite and radar, some clouds brushing into our region, and those thin clouds that are right now draped across the northern end of the valley and surrounding mountain zones will become a bit more widespread today, despite the ridge of high pressure to our west and south that's driving the heat, dry conditions, and we're going to be seeing that cooler system off the coast approaching and rolling through the west coast starting Saturday night into early Monday. That's why we're seeing such a big shift in your weather pattern through the weekend forecast. So today, some thin clouds over most of our region at 8 a.m. Now, there's a lot of sunshine breaking through those clouds in the valley. More widespread thin cloud cover at noon, clouds thinning out by 5 p.m. So bright out there with thin clouds overhead. Similar conditions for tomorrow, partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies. A little more sunshine tomorrow than today. And then we see those clouds really increasing through the day Sunday with gusty south winds, shower chances possible just south of the Oregon border, and then widespread showers possible Monday into Monday night. Tuesday, some lingering mountain showers are looking likely, but not as likely for the valley. And then we see dry and warming conditions ahead for the middle of next week. So rain totals, and I wanted to give you a pause point here Sunday night. You can see still nothing in the valley. Monday into Tuesday, though, we're looking at about a half an inch to an inch possible across most of our region. So be prepared. It's a decent dose of moisture on the way, especially for mid-May in your extended forecast. Temperatures today ending up mostly in the 80s for the northern mountains. We'll end up in the 70s to mid-80s in the Sierra and Southern Cascades. Foothills in the upper 70s to upper 80s, 87 in Paradise today, 85 for Magalia. Valley areas, 94 degrees for Redding and Red Bluff. The record heat for Redding today would be 96, so only 2 degrees shy of that, and that record was set in 1936. 95 degrees for Chico and Orville, 96 in Willows. Chico's high temperature record, 97 degrees, set in 2001. So we're really getting close to those record-setting high temperatures for today. Similar temperatures for tomorrow, so just about as hot, and then a dip into the 70s to low 80s with gusty winds Sunday for Mother's Day, and then a dip into the mid-60s with shower and thunderstorm chances Monday before we dry back out and warm back up for the middle to latter half of next week.
Boy, a little bit of everything sprinkled in there. Okay.
At least the rain's holding off until after Mother's Day, and we do have that nice dip in temperatures.
That's true. Okay, good point. Thanks, Court.